Hey everyone, my name is Logan Roman and you're watching my channel Naturally Roman. In today's video I will be showing you some of the goodies that I found at the thrift store, and I'll also be talking about why we are moving away from plastic and more into glassware, even glass containers and jars and stuff, and what has really led us to that. So I hope that you stick around and I hope that you enjoy this video.
So I have been transitioning from plasticware to glassware as far as keeping stuff in, freezing stuff in, just storing food and dry goods and stuff in. So my first trip I found this, which I just already washed it up and put some grits in it. But I love these old-fashioned little clamp jars. They're so cute and they're so like heavy duty. I love them. I also found this little I guess it's like a casserole dish. It's by Pampered Chef. I think I only paid like $2-3 for it. What I'm getting a lot of these for is freezing leftovers and put like a rubber band around it and put them in the freezer that way. This is oven safe, I think, like, yeah, all the way up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm like 99% sure that it's gonna be fine in the freezer. So I guess we'll find out. My husband found this cute little pail of rabbits. So we have rabbits, and I'm gonna use it as a little planter. If you can see, I have plants all around my house and outside as well. And then my mom, sister, and grandma, and Anna all went to Goodwill the other day and found this huge lot. I think there's 15 jars and only $12. I am so stoked, especially because these, I have 2 of these. You can freeze stuff in these, like the ones that don't have the straight mouth, I guess it's called, straight mouth jars. You can freeze liquids and stuff in them, which is super good because I've been just storing my bone broth in ice cube trays and then putting them in plastic bags, and I really want to get away from that. So I'm thinking about maybe just pouring the bone broth in here and freezing it. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I've not tried it, so we'll see. And I think these are quartz jars, and they are so big. They are a lot bigger than what I usually have. And I can just buy extra lids. I've got to get lids for them, but I'm so excited to use these. I've never canned anything before, but I definitely want to start trying. And then my aunt sent me a video on dry canning, which I'm super excited to like research and try, because I do dried beans. We have tons of rice and quinoa and stuff like that that can be pressure canned, basically dry canning, and it will last longer and it won't go stale. So, and it'll get it out of the plastic bags and everything. I can put them in my jars. So I'm super excited about that. And then the biggest thing that we found was this leather. This is genuine real leather chair, guys, with this ottoman, but that ottoman actually doesn't go with it. That ottoman is like really rough and it's not real leather. But this chair is a real leather. Like, we paid $30 for the ottoman and the chair, and I'm just like, it's such a comfy chair. It's my husband's chair. It's totally the man chair, but it fit really well with the couch that we already had. Sorry about the mess, guys. And yeah, it's just such a nice addition. We have a small space, so we have to be careful about, big furniture and stuff, but it fits really nice. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been saying phthalates instead of phthalates. So to be clear, it is pronounced phthalates, not phthalates.
I had known for a little while now that obviously plastics are bad, and the whole thing with that came out with the BPA, and so products started being BPA free. So I already kind of knew a little bit about why plastics were bad for us, But it wasn't until I listened to a podcast where a researcher named Dr. I think she's a doctor, Shanna Swan, was interviewed, and she specialized in phthalates. And phthalates are in a lot of different things, and the main one is plastics that touch our food. So plastic bags, plastic containers, stuff like that. So what I really wanted to do was to start taking our food away from plastics and buying food that's not in plastic is the main goal. She had done an experiment on rats and had noticed that there was a decline in male fertility when exposed to phthalates. So I have 3 little boys, and knowing that just having them exposed to plastics like that could potentially harm their chances of producing offspring and giving me grandchildren. Of course, that is way down the line, but that's something that I already think about, and I want to make sure that I give them the best chance and the best future as possible. So that was really big for me. That was like a huge signal for me to start really pursuing that and changing that as much as possible. I feel like it can be very hard, and I've realized how difficult it is just for us right now. I've used a lot of like plastic bags and stuff to store bone broth in, or leftovers or whatever, and that can be harmful. And buying food and stuff in plastic, it seems pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. But we are working our way away from the plastics, and at least trying to get the least amount of exposure for our food to plastic. So she had also said that putting plastic in the microwave makes it so much worse. The phthalates leak into the food even faster, and microwaves pretty much destroy the nutrients of a food. We haven't done microwaves for a really long time and don't plan on going back. I literally just heat everything up on the stovetop or in the oven, and it's pretty simple, straightforward. I don't have a lot of counter space, so it saves a ton of counter space for me. So that is the problem with phthalates, is that they leak into our food when they are packaged in plastic, heated up in plastic, exposed to plastic basically. And I am honestly so surprised and appalled that we are even allowed to have food in plastic. Like, there's research. After listening to her interview and hearing how passionate she was about this, and the studies that she has found and the experiments that she has done herself, I'm pretty convinced that this is a really big thing, and that's something that I want to move away from. And I personally like things in jars anyway. I think it looks nicer. I've never really liked plastic, so I guess that's a good thing. I always want to do the best that I can for my family. We're obviously not in the financial situation to where I can just take everything and replace everything with all glass. We are doing it slowly, trying to get stuff from thrift stores. I've found some really great containers that are freezer friendly that I stored my elderberry syrup in from Sam's, and I will totally link those below. He also states that phthalates are just one factor that can disrupt hormones, imbalance hormones, and influence fertility. There are multiple, toxic chemicals out there in our environment that also do that. So obviously we can't, control everything. I want to control as much as possible, or do as much as possible that I can for my family. And that's where I'm coming from with this. We're doing the best that we can. I'm sharing as much information as I know so far, and I'm learning new stuff every day. If you know more on this topic, I would love to hear about it. Please, comment below or email me. But I would love to know what you're doing and how you are replacing plastic with glassware and helping your family live a healthier and safer life. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I will be posting another video in about a week or so stay tuned for that one. It will either be on urban farming or meal prepping. I haven't decided yet, so let me know down in the comments what you would rather see: meal prepping, some of the groceries that I got this past week, or our urban farm that we have in the backyard. We do live in a subdivision, but it's a subdivision with no rules, so we're able to have animals. Hence we have chickens and rabbits. Anyway, that's a little sneak peek on our urban farming. So don't forget to comment below what you would like to see next, and I really hope that y'all will join me here next week. See ya!